No introduction. Just getting straight into Pult. I'm realizing that Seattle's coming up in 2 weeks. Well, I knew that it was coming up in 2 weeks, but I now kind of internalized it a little bit more. So now I'm like, I'm going to be way more locked in for this one. I got my notes ready for just locking in, you know? Salamence, what's up? Good seeing you in chat. But yeah, testing out triple jamming again, because I'm looking at the results and I'm like, okay, Guardy is kind of good. Mega Box is also very good. And so if I force my opponent to use Cypher Maniac to get one of their stadiums, that's going to be really good for me. Did I see the no Luminous 2 Turles? Yeah, I tried that for a little bit today. It's unfortunately not that great. Like 5 energy honestly isn't the problem, but it's like, it's weird. Like only having 2 boss and 2 jamming, or 2 boss and 2 CC is like interesting. Thoughts on 3 Badoo? That's also something I'm considering, Jordan, because if I can chain triple Badoo on Frillish, I could probably buy some more turns, but I'm like, I wasn't a fan of it before EUIC, but now with EUIC going around, I'm trying to figure this out. Yo, a lot of people join. What's up, Todd? Triple jamming is scary. That's why I'm trying it out. I know you as a Gardevoir player is going to be a little little shaken up by that one, but we'll see if triple jamming is still better. I think it's a little better now that like the decks that were doing really good, which was like Dengo, Absol, Guardy, all kind of fall under jamming tower, you know? Like I feel like jamming tower would help with those. Are you at uni, and if so, what are you doing? I'm probably going to do a master's degree somewhere in the UK. So I graduated a while ago. I was a computer scientist at UMich, so I'm just working right now. It's fine, bro. Research will draw my artisan trust. Yeah. You can tell yourself that. What's up, Brian and Omega Scizor? I didn't get to say hi to you guys either. But yeah, I'm not at uni. I work a full-time job right now. That's why I just never get time to. That's why I never get time to test as often. But anytime that I get free time, I'm always there, you know. Kira said 3 Badoo is good because you don't need to waste stretcher on chaining in some matchups. So what I found interesting about like the only times you'd really want to chain Badoo, with the exception of Guardy, is like in aggressive matchups. And if you have 3 stretcher, then you're able to get your Badoo on top of like other cards throughout the end of the game. Like I find that for most matchups I only have to use 1 Badoo. And if I'm only using 1 Badoo, then you should use like N plus, like the way I think about deck building is like N+1, where N is the number of times or cards that you're going to be using, and then having the +1 for prize, or like maybe you had to discard it earlier. So for example, if I think that for most games I'm only using 2 counter catchers, right? So that's why we put 3 in, because we want to have a higher concentration of that, and in case if one of them gets prized, we're able to get one of those CCs. Same with Pult, right? Like you have 2, you want to use like 2 Pults usually, so having 3 in your deck is good as well. If you need to Badoo 3 times, you don't get that many Dusk Pops, so stretchers are also less contested for. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really rare for me to go into 3 Badoo unless if it's Guardy with Jellicent, but I feel like there's better ways to cheese the matchup other than that. I think once Badoo gets knocked out, just me sitting behind a... well, that's interesting. Yeah, me sitting behind a Monkey Dory or Dracloak is pretty good, depending on what they're missing. Trying for the triple artisan technology. You got that one, bro. That's you definitely just sacked a lot of your matchups with that one, Todd. But yeah, I think of deck building as N+1. Like that's why you'll see, I have triple boss, because I usually need to use 2 boss in my like deck building, I guess, or like in wow, I am stuttering so much. In most of my matchups, I use 2 boss, so having the extra boss there is like pretty nice. With that being said, I feel like if I try to make my deck a little greedier, with a deck like Pult, I feel like it's fine because you're drawing more cards. So that's why I'm deciding to do triple jamming, because I think it's like disruptive enough to warrant a placement there, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, also 3 towers for Dengo is like pretty good for, because usually what I do is if they get the Sorwalk off, I try to gust up a Gimmighoul and Ichipan there, so then they're forced to put an air balloon on it, Turo it, or swing with it with Dengo. And all 3 of those are kind of I guess all 3 of those like options are pretty good for me compared to Soul Rock hitting into it. If 3, why not 4? Well, it's because I don't know what there's like a concept of diminishing marginal returns as well, right? So I say that like N+1 is like one part of deck building that I like, but I also think about diminishing marginal returns. Like in that case, why don't we ever put like a 4th Dragapult if we're always going to use it? Why don't we put a 4th boss? It's because if you're putting that extra card, there's like an opportunity cost somewhere else. And I feel like the opportunity cost increases the more cards you add, if that makes sense. So right now, I'm figuring out if there's diminishing marginal returns for 3 jamming versus 2. By removing one of the stretchers, does that make my deck less consistent? Yeah, definitely, right? But does the power level of having the 3rd jamming tower does it make our matchups better? I mean, the way I justified 3 tower was with Guardy, like half of the battle is, you know, oh, finally got a game. And I realized that my macOS screen capture is not working, so let's go here. Yeah, so, you know, going back to my point, jamming tower helps with Guardy very much because half the battle is if they get Gardevoir out. If they don't get Gardevoir out, we're in a commanding lead, right? By us putting down jamming towers, it not only stops their Artisan from putting down Monkey Dories or Ralts, it also stops them for getting TM Evo down. Like and also Bravery Charm as well. Dengo, it really helps with bumping their Artisan plus dropping Pokemon way easier. The triple jamming list today, Samson. Also good seeing you. Does your job help you get better at Poke? Are there any transferable skills? Well, I think I was always like a STEM-oriented person. So I guess in that case, like I feel like more calculated with the stuff that I'm doing. Like if you're doing like a maths major, for like I think you mentioned earlier that you're probably going to do a maths degree. And if you do that, I think naturally you will be like more analytical and yeah. I think you'd be more analytical and like thinking about probabilities a lot more. Which is why I feel like I've been in like the short amount of time that I've been playing, I feel like that's why I found like the most success, because I think about it like very objectively. Do you think Seattle will have a big uptick in Absol? I'm thinking about 10% Absol. Well, I think it's probably gonna be like 7%. I don't know about 10. But I mean, yeah, I have to consider Absol as like a threat, you know? Ever since double jamming, the charm had been kind of bad in the matchup. It sometimes helps with like, you know, just jamming checking them if you put it on a Clefairy and attack with it. But I think Jordan, going back to your point, I do think that it'll be like around 7%. I don't think it'll go any crazier. Oh, dude, that's a nice Omega Scissor. Another software engineer. The strat against Absol, Samson, is if they set up with Precious Trolley, you want to only put like 4 Dreepy on board and then a Badoo. And then you want to swing around their Absol. If you hit into their Absol, your Pokemon are just gonna die. Okay. No, I can't risk it. There's no point. I have to like play conservatively right now. I can research the turn after, though, which I'll be very happy with. Oh, nice. Alright, and obviously we can get one more, too, right? Surely. Like, this Draclook is surely going to get us one more Draclook. Okay, worth a shot. If I decide to research, I want to keep Blood Moon in my hand, at least. And this looks good to me. No need to rush into a Pult knockout because I'm gonna win the Badoo Wars unless if they put down Monkey. But Jordan, yeah, going back to, I keep thinking about, sorry, I'm like, my brain is all over the place, but I think Absol, like, I have to really respect it now. I was hoping that it would be like a 3% deck the entire time, but I don't know. I don't know if that's possible anymore. We can't be ignoring it anymore. Now, is it better for me to put a Jamming Tower or a Turo scenario? And that is a question I'm not entirely sure of yet. Because it's weird because Turo doesn't help that much against that deck. Because they just like Claw of Darkness it. And like if you're managing your board properly, like it doesn't matter. How to play around Erica as a Pult player? I mean, like, you have to discard your liabilities with Ultra Ball. So if you ever see like a Blood Moon or Fez or Latios or like something like that, you have to discard it. Yeah, I mean, if you're forced to put a Mist in Grim, like, that's an issue, right? Because it just sacks your other matchup percentage. I guess Mist helps into Pult, so I guess it's not the worst. But, like, it is unfortunate that you have to play that card, you know? That's the issue, yeah. Like, finding the Mist is going to be super hard. So we have to, like, probably find a different avenue, you know? That's what I like about deck building. Like, finding a card that, like, helps throughout would be nice. Chorus is sick, though. I think because you, like, heavily rely on Spike Myth to set up, I don't think it's the worst idea. If discarding liabilities is the best option against Absol, is it better to get 3 Stretcher? Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, if, like, the Jamming Tower is enough to warrant a, like, is a Jamming Tower enough to stall against Mapsol? Because if you have a Jamming Tower in the beginning of the game and they can't get out of it, whether it's, like, they don't get their Cypher or they just don't get their Stadium bump, like, you are cooking, because they can't use Turbo Energize, and that gives you +2 turns of attachments, right? So you just save up a lot of turns with that. But I don't know, like, maybe it is a Turo angle. I could test that out later, but Turo helps against Pultnor Mirror and sometimes against Cardi, definitely against Zoro. But it's still not great. If he swings it here, then okay. If he's smart, that is not the correct play, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think this is remotely the correct play. I think you need to go for double Duskull. I'm gonna hard punish this dude, I think. Unless if he gets Monkey Dory, then that could be a problem. I need Monkey Dory. Or sorry, I need Luminous, which I don't get. Do I risk it? Is the issue that I'm facing right now. Two here, one here. I think fellas, we risk it. Thoughts on Ace Roll and Pulsar? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a cool inclusion for sure. I don't have like too much to say about that archetype though, if I'm being honest. My bad. I was a little quiet for that, like when I was trying to explain this, but my justification was that I need Monkey to help out a little bit. And I thought the odds of me hitting that like there's 5 cards I see, and then out of a 20% chance, or like 20 cards, I feel like I would generally either get Nupper or Luminous off of that. And even if I whiffed, I think I was still fine. Unless if you got Dusknoir, then I would be in a really bad position. Now he's forced to find Monkey. But I'm also forced to find Blood Moon. Which I think... Oh, Stamp. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Oh well. Blood Moon is in discard. I tried Acerola and... What's the other card? I tried Acerola and Briar, both, and I think both of them were kind of mid. Yeah, this feels like a post-rotation build based on their counts and stuff. Because they also do have Pokepad. Also, it seems like I don't know, might be a Japanese player. Okay, well, they do have Monkey. And they have Crispin. Okay. They do have a Pult now. Okay. They're definitely attacking that one, yeah. This makes complete sense. And I have to find a Blood Moon from this interaction, which is going to be very hard for me to do. And I can't use Fez. I need to use Lottie plus Blood Moon. Or I can get Nupper. Nupper would be pretty cool here, too. Okay, he has Blood Moon in hand. Yeah. $5 money match right here, right now. Henry, come on, bro. Maybe some other time. I'm gonna grind some ladder today. I know you're trying to put your Moltres propaganda out there, but it's not gonna work on me. I'm probably gonna Iono here. Even though I know that one of those stretchers are at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, that jamming tower, if it was a stretcher, I put it gold for a reason, but... Okay, what's better here? The least amount of odds for boss's orders is in the form of this. If I put Neo upper here, don't take a knockout on the Pult and just swing around it, they're in big trouble. They win with boss anyway, so I think Fez here is like comparable. Okay, wow. Okay. If I get Iono'd here, that's pretty bad. And I don't know if... Oh, yeah, they have the post-rotation build. Sure, they probably don't have it. If I put 240 on this, that doesn't make a difference. I think it's probably 4 on Fez then. I'm down for that. I'm down for 4 on Fez. This is fine. I mean, they have 4 cards to draw for one of the boss's orders. If they have it, they have it. I can't really do too much about that. Okay, I think they have it. That's unfortunate. Well, they would have used it right now. I don't think they would stall. Nah, surely they won't stall. They're not that type of person. Like, I trust this dude. He definitely has some integrity. I think he just doesn't have it. Yeah, I mean, Shaman, he's definitely playing Champions League this weekend. Is Champions League this weekend? Is Champions League this weekend? Probably. Okay. Dawn. Alright, game's over. This is, I mean, I guess he played a different version of the deck with like Crispin and stuff, but I mean, like, yeah. Yeah, it's game. $18.50. Yeah, I don't know why some of the messages are showing up on the side, but not on YouTube chat. It's weird. I mean, I'm only streaming on YouTube as of now, so I don't know what's going on with that, but let's see how many people are on right now. Okay, good little 40 people. Nice, nice. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links down below. But yeah. Thoughts on Zoro Darm? Dude, it's a pretty good deck, Henry. I do think that the deck has merit. I mean Liam and Labella both got top cut with it. The list seems pretty solid too. I'm just more of a fan of Pult right now. I feel like if I had a what's the word called? If I know that the best path to victory for me, if I wanted to win a whole tournament, it would be with Pultnor. So it's like, I need to probably make some changes to my list to make sure that it fits with the meta currently. Now, whether that's third jamming tower or Turo scenario, I'm not entirely sure. If I had to guess, it's probably third jamming because I don't like wasting a supporter turn for it. I mean, like, obviously Turo's very helpful in Pult and sometimes Guardy, but it's like alright otherwise. Okay, well, I'm hitting a mirror, so we'll see if it happens, like anything happens. I will say third jamming tower doesn't really do too much about the mirror, but I genuinely think I can win a lot of mirrors regardless. Like with Monkey Dory especially, like I think mirrors, like I'm not really stressed about mirror. Oh, is that a Guardy? Am I tripping? Iono, Turo. Oh yeah, I saw the charm. Okay, my bad. I saw Turo, and when we were talking about mirror, I was like, oh, maybe they're mirror. Yeah, but that's definitely a Guardy. And then I'm going second. Thank God. Research is gonna go super clutch here. See, this is what I don't understand about why people play double Hilda. Like, this research is just so broken in my hand right now. I can like set up some plays the turns after. I guess one thing is with double stretcher, it's gonna be like difficult to recover the Hawlucha Fez if I need it. But yeah, okay, them starting Frillish is like a very high roll thing, but you know, it's like a 40% chance depending on if it's Jellicent version. Can't be too high rolly, I guess. Ooh, the turn 1 Seeker box also. Discarding Clefairy is an interesting decision. I guess they have something pretty good in their hand. Okay, so this is Jelly. They're probably gonna put down Monkey, and then did they grab a? Okay. They have Mystery Garden in hand, so I would rather not put up the Jamming Tower. If you played Pokepad, how many would you use and what would you switch? I'm not really focusing on the new the Ascended Heroes format right now, but anywhere between 2 and 4 is probably the correct. Yeah, I could have had 2 Hildas in hand, right? Would have been so nice. I think this dude made a mistake about not grabbing a Dark Energy. Mapsal will be popular, so it's a matter of like what beats Mapsal, right? Oh, never mind. He did have it. I don't know why he was contemplating so hard. Well, this is bad. Diancie 2 for some reason. There's probably a good reason for that. Maybe for Garden? I don't know. Well, I'm going to sacrifice the Duskull here. I would rather not sacrifice a Dracloak. Alright, let's see. Can't do too much about this hand. I did try the 5 energy 3/2/2 Dusk list. It's alright. I think it's very counterintuitive. Again, I don't really like the turbo versions of stuff. Plus, like, I mean, if I'm going up against Guardy and then I have this, like, if I have Candy that I can't even use, it just feels kind of sad. I don't know, I wouldn't like it. I also looked at the player, I think his name is like Samuel Liggett. I looked at his matchup spread for when he played in Toronto. He did beat almost all of his Dengo. I think he went 5-1 against Dengo, but for all 3 Guardy that he played against, he went 0-3. And I don't know if that's a good sign with the deck list. So I decided just not to run it. Ooh, Clefairy. Alright. A lot of energy in discard, so I can't really rely on that. If I get Screamtailed, so be it. I can't really do anything about that. Yeah. I did look at his matchup spreads because I really wanted to see if it made a difference, but I don't know if it does. I think it's important, like, when you see other people's lists, I really like just checking the matchup spread and seeing, like, what do they lose against, as, like, a good indicator of if the deck is good into the meta or not. And even, like, one loss is, like, whatever. I mean, a lot of things could have happened with variants and stuff. But, I mean, if you lose to all 3 Guardy, then I think that there's a problem with the list. Now, granted, the opposite can't be true as well. Like, if we saw that and we see, like, them beating, like, 5 Dengos in a row, we can't confidently say that Pult is favored into Dengo. Because, I mean, if we just like, you know, rub two brain cells together, we probably will realize that that's not true at all. Like, like Dengo is definitely like slightly, like our matchup against Dengo is slightly unfavored for sure. If both players play well. Okay, double monkey. That's like kind of a problem for me, but I will handle it with Clefairy. My path to victory is slowly dwindling here with only like one Dracloak. I wonder if it's ever Squawk and Turo. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think Candy would do anything here, though. I mean, this player's playing well. He's not really giving me energy. Like, he's not giving me any outs, unfortunately. This is fine, though. I just Iono here. There's not a lot of cards I need, so don't Evo yet. I need to draw cards. I just really need to draw cards, so I'm gonna end my turn here. They did bench lock on themselves unless if they get Turo. Right now I need Pult. Or sorry, I have Pult, but I need Boss. Yeah, that's fine. The deck is pretty ordered right now, so I think there will be a Boss's orders and like coming up. But unfortunately, I don't have a card that can like, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. They just discarded all of their energies in the discard now, or on board. So if they ever put down Fez, it's going to be very valuable for me to get that. They probably put Diancie up. Okay, this is weird. I don't know why they did this. It's actually giving me outs. I don't know if they realize. But I guess they're worried about the Dusclops, which is, you know, fair. Okay. Not bad. So now what I have to do is just spread damage across the monkeys, I guess. It's like weird. This is still a very losing position for me, to be honest. Let me draw first, though. There's my monkey. One Luminous? Ugh. That stinks. I'll grab one of these and then try to high roll a little bit. I think it's a high rolling day today. High rolling paid off. I would definitely say high rolling paid off here. I think I can make the correct argument that it did. Now moving forward, I need to figure out what makes sense here. I want to draw first so I can get a, well, not that. I can definitely get Iono here. Do I have a Pult in discard. I would rather clear the cloak out from the deck than Pult. Oh, well, I guess I don't have a choice. Sure. Sure. I'm gonna shuffle my deck so I can get higher odds of CC in case if they Ion on me. And then I will Dragapult here and then Luminous. I mean, that's all I can really do, right? You can't really ask for too much after that. If they ever get Stretcher, the game is over because they have Double Monkey. They did get rid of Rod though, which is, I guess, nice. I don't know. They do play Jelly. So do I take KO on Furlish, knowing that info? Maybe I don't want to give them a bench spot. I'm low-key down to not give them a bench spot here. If I put 9 damage counters on this guy, what happens? Oh, what? No. Okay, I just got it in time. I didn't think about, like, I needed to think about that a little harder, but it was definitely like this. How does Dragapult fare against the Ends deck? It's pretty good against Zoroark. It's like 50-50. I think with Darmanitan is slightly unfavored though, for sure. I have a fine time against Ends Zoroark if you play patiently. Okay, Jellicent is online. And then I do have the Neo Upper, and then I'm gonna try to get Pult after the other Pult in my deck. Fez would be insane here because like of how many energy they discarded. I highly doubt they do that though. They do have Devo in deck, so based on this, I do have to retreat into the other Pult and then try to go from there. I think stacking a lot of damage on Monkey is also going to be my best friend here. Okay, they're going for 160, which is interesting. Well, I guess they want me to KO. I mean, it's pretty smart of them for me to KO. Like, forcing me to KO, I guess. So 160 there, that's fine. Now I just need to find I need to find my Pult, or else I lose. But let me draw first in case if I want to pivot to Blood Moon for whatever reason. That isn't Blood Moon. Well, do I have access to Dracloak the entire game? No, I don't. There's no Dracloak in deck. Okay, I guess for me to have a fighting chance at this game, I need to find my Dragapult, and it's like a less than 33% chance to hit that. What's the alternative? I can probably just retreat into Monkey. Yeah, that's like fine-ish. I'll go for this. I think the odds of me to hitting Blood Moon plus Energy is a lot harder. So I'm gonna do this instead. Okay, I did get Pult, which is really, really good. I'm not gonna put down Latios or else Screamtail isn't out. Heads up. And I do have boss for the turns after. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit them with all this Monkey Dory damage here. This is the only energy in my deck right now. And then I'll put all damage. I'll put 5 on this for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can maybe put like 1 damage counter on Diancie in case if I want to pivot into Blood Moon. Sure. Yeah, this gives me the most flexibility on board here. Okay, I have another boss. If they... Oh, that is laggy. Wow. Night Stretcher for the Clefairy and the game's over. Well, you can't say I didn't play to my outs. Alright guys, you want to see a cool secret deck that I've been working on from my Discord server? It's this concept that I've been working on, and I kind of got it's a Pult deck. I got some like not like reaffirmation, but like, you know, other people are playing this too, so I'm like, okay, this makes me reassured this is actually a genuine idea. Is Pult Hydreigon. I'm gonna test this out more on stream, but I guess the concept of Hydreigon is that if you set up properly, then you can use Obsidian to take multiple knockouts, and I think it's gonna be very good. If built correctly. But I actually got to 1880 elo earlier today with this deck. But I'm really excited to show you guys. It's still in works, by the way, but there's some of the concepts of it is like I'll show you guys. How about that? Probably needs no introduction. I'm just excited to show you guys this deck. This player is going to be very unassuming. Okay, Golden Go. Okay, I lose. I forgot to put Moltres in this deck. Am I going to the regional tournament in Prague? I want to. I would definitely love to go. I have no idea just yet, but as of now, I really want to. I actually didn't even test against the Golden Go matchup, so I'm trying to think what am I supposed to do. They get their 2 gimmies, which is like whatever. Yeah, we can mill scam too, but I don't think it's like that worth it. Okay, my Hilda's there, but I definitely want a Lily's here instead. I think my board state should definitely be only 1 Dino. Air Balloon and the active, and then my energy attachment should be like Nupper, 1 energy and another. Okay, so I'm gonna put energy on Dino actually. Air Balloon means, though, that Latios is not necessary anymore, which is great. There's my Toxel. Is my Toxtricity there? Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, deck is pretty cool. Salamence. Turo Scenario. Do they have Dingo? Probably makes sense if they have Dingo. Fez, sure. Minor errand running. That sucks for them. I mean, are they going to start, like... They might have to start Cruel Arrowing, which would suck for them. But I'm going to maximum gatekeep in a second. I need to get a few more cards, though. So I'm going to... Dracloak here. I don't want to Iono, I think. Hilda's good, though. No, let me Hilda first. I'll Hilda for a cloak. And now Toxtricity isn't required. It's not that useful anymore. Because I have all the cards I need. Oh, unless if Zuelis is prized. I actually didn't check if that's prized. Okay, good. Well, you know, the game is quite over. Okay. Not over yet, I suppose. Do have another air balloon in the deck, though. Which is fine. Lilies, sure. Yep, that's the plan, Salamence. I'm definitely going to be Ionoing them if they don't get anything down. Arvin, is it Evo time? Maybe. Okay. I think they should have, like, to be honest, I think they should have attached onto Fez and at least pressure with Cruel Arrow. But I think they missed that line. Well, the game is now over. I think no matter what they put down, I will just be obsidianing it. I think people's brains just shut down when they see a Hydreigon and Dracloak on their board, so they're like, oh, I don't even know what to do against this. That's the beauty of it, though. That is for sure the beauty of it. Here's my second balloon. I'm going to keep it on me just in case. And then let's do Obsidian now. Cool deck I've been cooking up. I've been tweaking it here and there, so you can get my thoughts on the Discord channel, but yeah. The lock-in for Seattle stream sees Dragapult Hydreigon. I mean, am I winning or am I winning? Yeah, Solrock, that's cooked, buddy. Why don't you put a little Lunatone there, too? I need to turn on the lights. It's getting dark. That's enough fun for today. I think I'm going to go back to testing Dragapult Dusknoir. But yeah, I've been tweaking this deck list for quite some time. So, or not quite some time, just over the weekend. I was like racking my brain on like, okay, if Gardevoir gets set up, the game is kind of over, right? So, what do we do to do that? Like fix that. I don't want to give up prizes with Dusknoir. So, is there another way I can like kind of cheese my way through games, and I thought that version was like pretty good. I think Toxtricity is surprisingly good because I can power up Hydreigon from seemingly nowhere. Compared to Tools, I don't really like the Tools version. I recently saw that Magnus Peterson, who's a very accomplished player from the European area, he played Dragapult Hydreigon, but he didn't get day 2. And so I was looking at his list. It had Moltres, but it had a lot of tools. It had double Defiance Band, it had Counter Gain, and it had something else. Oh, Air Balloon. So, yeah. I'll go first. Okay. I think this player is the Guardy player, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This is the Guardy player. I have Badoo in hand. Good enough for me. I might keep the damage on Dreepy. I'm debating between Dreepy or Duskull right now. Low-key, I think it's definitely Duskull, actually. And I'm gonna have my... Sure. Am I testing Ascended Heroes format? No, I'm gonna be testing Seattle format, which is the format before that, like the Phantasmal Flames. Once Seattle is over, I will bless you guys with some Ascended Heroes content. I've been really excited to try out some Pokepad builds of Paltnor. So I'll definitely be sharing those with you guys on stream. But I do have some preliminary lists down from some previous streams and stuff. Yes, it is Salamence. It's the same player. Unfortunately for me, though, I'm having quite a bad start. But you know what? I already know this is going to be a Lily's top deck, so I don't have nothing to worry about. This is going to be the easiest Lily's top deck of my life. Also, discarding Iono and Lily's, their hand is so gas, like it has to be. There has to be like a Curlia in there. Okay, boss doesn't really help me. I'm gonna save the boss. It doesn't really matter. Even if they mind bend me, I don't really care. I'm surprised they discarded what they discarded, though. I mean, their hand has to be really good. Okay, well, I don't know what I don't know why they didn't discard it. Maybe it was a Night Stretcher. That's my guess. Okay, they did get the Curlia. They probably have the Evo. No? Okay. Cool. Alright, everything is back in action. Alright, perfect. So let's get a Dracloak here. And then obviously this Dracloak is going to get us a Hilda. Okay, Lilies I'm totally cool with. I can't even complain about that. Clefairy. I don't know why they're slamming it down. I mean, I guess they have Gardevoir now, which is quite annoying. I don't think it makes sense for them to Mind Bend, though. I do not think so. Yeah, Raw Curly and Raw Guardy are kind of ridiculous, I think. Oh, I missed your earlier message, Prisma Pago. You're from Brazil? Dude, that's sick. Do you like Hydreigon Dragapult? So right in this current version, I'm trying to... I'm trying to refine it right now. But, like, the list is on in the links down below. You should definitely check it out. Okay. No item lock, which means that... I'm definitely Lilying here. I can use items, so that means that I have higher odds for everything. Like so. I have boss in hand, so there's like no rush to go anywhere here. I don't have to evo into Pult either. I mean, if they scream tail, it's like whatever. I'm gonna chill here. I'm just gonna itchy. That's fine with me. Yeah, I like how you said I was gonna play items and then get 0 playable items. That's fine. I got my Dracloak anyway. I'm not like... Oh. I personally don't like Dusknoir engine with Dragapult. Too difficult to pilot. Yeah, I mean, like, there definitely is some nuances between the two. Like, I think Dusknoir is, like, just very good with Dragapult. Like, for sure. Okay, this is pretty good for me. He's gonna Psychic Embrace onto Frill. And then I can swing for knockout on Ralts and Lilies. Oh yeah, I can really control the board from there. Okay, so he decides to heal Ralts, which is fine. Then I'll just KO Clefairy and Frillish, because I know he's playing Jelly. I don't really want to put down Hawlucha preemptively, I think. I think it's easier. Well, it's not easier, but I think... Well, you know what? I'm just going to shut up and just do my play real quick. In hindsight, I probably could have grabbed Iona there. That was my fault. Dusclops in action, though, is great news for me. Do this. I will grab myself a, I'll grab myself one of these, I think. There's an argument to be made on whether or not I should KO, Lilies plus another Pokemon. And maybe the answer is no? Well, let's think about this. Let's think about this. If I KO Frillish and the Clefairy, they need exactly Mew plus... Okay, no, I figured it out. It doesn't matter. If I do this... I think this is fine. Even if they go Mew Clefairy, I still have a path to win. Dusknoir needs Rare Candy, though, so I'm a bit confused. Well, I'm confused. I think Candy's not that good in the deck, in my opinion. Especially with all the item locking going around. Yeah, no, Iona would be legendary here. He's probably thinking about... What is the quickest way to concede here? No, I'm kidding. I mean, he has 4 balls left. 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Ball, and then he has one of his Night Stretchers probably. A lot of outs. No Lilies though, which is nice. It's gonna be a lot harder. Arven for Stretcher is the safe play, but it's just not gonna be enough. They decide to build damage up on Monkey. Okay, yeah, concede, sure. Maybe they prize stuff. Or maybe they realize that I put them in checkmate. Because even if they got Mew Clefairy, what ends up happening is that I always have a Ghost, which means that I can just win from there. Like if I have a Ghost when they're at 2 prizes, I can pop and then use CC and then KO both Lilies plus a Monkey. Is rare candy good for Dragapult naturally? I mean, I don't know. I just don't really like candy that much. But you know what? Gumi's here. This guy's pretty good at Dragapult Dusknoir. For those of you who don't know, he's the world's finalist this year in 2025. Great player. He plays a lot of Dragapult. Sometimes switches around with Guardy, but excited to see some good games against us. Is there any study that discusses 2 nests or 2 candies and which would be more important in the current meta of the game? I think I mentioned it in like a previous stream or Discord. I forgot. It's one of those two or maybe both, but I talk about why like Nest is just better than candy in my opinion. I think the current meta of the game right now is that it's okay, Monkey Dory is bad for me. That sucks. How do I pivot for this then? Is it crazy for me to just gust up Monkey? This is quite bad. I mean, them, like, even though they don't have no Dreepy, it's just bad. I'll shoot my shot. Yeah, I mean, Nest and Candy like do different things. It's one. Oh my god, he gave me a thumbs up. He definitely has the extra energy. No. That's so funny. Interesting. That's quite bad. Okay, well, I drew into Lilies, so that's good. It's actually very good for me. CC's more valuable than the Pult. Especially since I know I'm going to be playing from behind. Just based on the fact that they set up Monkey, I just knew this was gonna be the conclusion. But yeah, Nest and Candy do different things. Nest is more consistency and Candy's more like power. Because you can just skip a turn technically. He's getting so aggressive. I don't know why he's doing this. Itchy Pollen, sure. I'm gonna say my bosses this time around though. I think keeping the boss is quite unfortunate. If I get an item though, I actually might consider popping Dusclops. But I'm not considering that anymore. I don't think it's worth. I will be, however, putting down Monkey Dory. I'm gonna Itchy Pollen here. This Badoo is gonna get knocked out, but that's fine. I don't want to give them an extra prize. Let them win the Badoo Wars, and then hopefully I get an energy boss and try to go from there. The reason I saved the Dusclops is because if I get a Dusk Nor somehow, like, that helps a lot. And I knew that they had the Dusk anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I wonder if... Okay, so now this is like a weird predicament. Do I just like... I think I have to kind of rush into this. I have to see what I get, though. If I don't hit it, then I have to go into... Okay, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna straight Lilies here. This is funny. It's gonna be a really funny game. Oh, this will be a very funny game. No. I was debating on double clopsing, but I actually think that's incorrect. If I do this, this just seems way better. Yeah, this just seems way better. I was debating on double Dusclopsing the Dracloak, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I think you set up Dreepy first and then Duskull later for the most part, but this is a weird instance where this dude is just way too ahead. This dude being Gumi35, by the way. This is such a weird, intricate game. Like, okay, so he does have a Dreepy. He does have Dragapult. Itchy Pollen. Let's just keep drawing cards. I have my own monkey now, so this is gonna be really good for me. Okay, I got this. Let's play patient. I benefit the most from playing patient right now. As of this current moment. He can't draw cards, so he's just gonna be moving cards around. I have like build up some damage. Okay, yeah, he bosses. He's forced to knock out the Dusk Noir. Or he does that. Okay, interesting. I wonder why he does that. Let me think. Okay, does he just Jet Headbutt? Phantom Dive? Interesting. Oh, he KOs Badoo here, sure. Okay. He used 2 boss. Okay. I need Iono here. How do I play this out? This is weird. This is weird. Is it ever Dusknoir pop? I don't think so. I need an Iono. He has no draw on board. This. I like absolutely need Iono. Okay, good. So second part of the equation is, do I pop Dusk Noir? The odds of him reestablishing the Monkey Dory is like quite interesting. I don't know if it's high enough for me to justify just popping. If I pop, what happens? Not a whole lot, actually. I mean, he just mind bends me, and that's like pretty annoying, actually. If he phantom dies me, nothing happens. He just wins with Monkey. But if he mind bends me, that's really problematic because I can't set up another Pokemon to attack with. Yeah. So I'm under the impression that I need to counter catcher Monkey Dory and then Iono here. That honestly sounds pretty gas to me. That sounds pretty good. I don't put down any other Pokemon unless if it's like a Blood Moon or something. Is there a Blood Moon? Nah. I'm gonna counter catcher the Monkey here. And then I will... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab Blood Moon because there's 2 Ultra Ball in my deck. And a Nest Ball, I think. Nest Ball? No, just 2 Ultra Ball, but I'm gonna use Iono, so it's gonna be at the bottom of my deck. I will be using Blood Moon in some cases, so... I mean, let's just hit them with an Iono right now. I mean, it paid off, like, immensely. I have this Ultra Ball in my hand now that's going to be very useful if I end up whiffing. And I will not be taking a... Well, I should have probably taken a KO on Bidoof. That was actually my fault. It just forced me to have boss's orders this turn, but... I actually think it was a mistake. Yeah, I think I'm going to get punished for this. Dreep. Okay. Iono. Yeah, this is such a punish, dude. I needed a KO Bidoof there. That sucks. If I KO'd Bidoof there, then there's not a lot he can do. He would just have to promote the Dreepy, or like, if he's ballsy, just go for the Phantom Dive there. Okay, well, he's going for Phantom Dive anyway. I actually don't understand why he's doing this. Maybe there's something I'm missing, honestly. I have game, by the way. Because I have Hawlucha. Yeah, I think he just realizes. I think what he should have done was actually play more patiently, and he had to Itchy Paw in there. Because if he Itchy Paw into there, then I'm in a bad position. Because I need to find my boss's orders while he's able to set up his board. But just don't be greedy. It's hard for me to explain. It's really hard for me to explain why popping double Dusclops is incorrect there. But I'm going to try my best. I kind of looked like 4 turns ahead and saw this exact outcome. The mistake I made was to not KO Bidoof, though. If he played smart, I think if he Itchy Pollened me, I am forced to find boss's orders for game. Whereas if he swung into me, I always get game because of Monkey Dory. That's why it seems like sometimes, why would I not pop Dusclops? It's so powerful, but like, I think its power just comes in the strength of building its power later on, you know? Like, the value of Dusknoir comes way later. Like, you get maximum value from Dusknoir way later in the game than earlier in the game. If your opponent doesn't play anything on the first turn, but your start also isn't good, would you Iono if it's your only supporter from the start? Yes, your setup is way more prioritized than theirs. The exception is if you have item lock and you have an extra Dracloak against them. Yeah. If I swung there with Dusknoir, Mindbend was a play, and then that's just really annoying for me. I'd rather just take the safer play knowing that they wasted two boss's orders. Yeah, the longer you can hold the ghost, the better it is. I don't want to give them extra prizes for no reason. That's exactly why Salamence. But it was really dumb of me to not KO the Badoo there. I need to write that down. I need to KO. I needed to KO Badoo. But that was cool. World's finalist. He played pretty well. Okay, well I'm going back to back on him. So let's run it. I'll go first. Oh, am I missing something? Did I? Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I thought I had a never mind. My bad, guys. So me starting Fez isn't great. Them starting Badoo is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, well this is way better actually. No Cruel Arrow time anymore, Salamence. Prize Noir. Monkey's probably going to be less valuable now that I have Fez on board, so I'm going to just grab these. Oh, Dusknoir's in hand. Oops, my bad. Solid. Just gonna hit this. They hit into Fez, which is annoying because they don't need Hawlucha later in the game. I can't believe people will look at our games against me and Gumi and think, oh, Monkey Dory's useless. Like, Monkey Dory is so good into the mirror, dude. I don't know how people just win mirror matchups. Like, I prioritize Monkey Dory before, like, anything, generally. But because I started Fez, I'm down some attachments, so I'm not gonna put Monkey down yet. Okay, well, I'm definitely Ionoing here. They discarded Blood Moon and something else, right? Okay, Stretcher, sure. Yeah, just an Iono. I want to disrupt their hand. Hopefully get an energy along the way. That is not an energy I want to give them, though. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that energy, though. Iono here. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of the Luminous here, and then I was hoping Monkey could put some work in. I'm hesitant on putting down the Monkey Dory right now because there's a way that they can board wipe me. So I'm gonna keep it in. No, I'm just gonna put it down, whatever. Worst case, I just come back with Monkey. It's sus because having two Dracloak on my board is like annoying, compared to 3. Dusclops there is like very bad. Lilies, okay, good. Okay, this is good. I mean, all I have to do is Hilda for Luminous, and then I'll be chilling. Okay, well they have their own Monkey too, so interesting. I mean, can you tell how valuable Monkey Dory is in this mirror? The fact that he's just slamming it down immediately, like. Well, I get Dreepy down, but I had Monkey, so this is fine. Let me just grab this. And then Hildaing for this. I'll try to naturally draw into my Pult. I am in the lead though because he doesn't have any Dracloak right now, and I'm gonna be spreading a lot of damage right now. I'll grab Night Stretcher. Yeah, Night Stretcher. Neither one of us are gonna take KOs for a while. It's just gonna be a lot of damage spreading and a lot of patience. My biggest, like, the most threatening card in their field right now is Dusclops, so I'm hoping that they don't get the pieces that they need. Well, that's one of the pieces that they need. Unfortunate. In hindsight, maybe moving the 10 damage on another Dreepy was correct, but doesn't really matter. Okay. They're full sending. Itchy Pollen here. Okay. Oh, that's really good for me. That's really good. Okay, so I need Pult and Boss. I mean, am I gonna get it? Probably not, but it'd be cool. Boss is here though. I'm gonna chill with this hand, actually. I'm gonna just keep drawing. I don't need to use Iono. Like, most of the cards I need are right here in my hand. I just need a Pult. And now there's 30 cards in deck. Because I just put 2 on the bottom. So I'll be looking at quite a bit of cards right now. So I'm gonna continue to rotate around this. Is my list public? Yeah, I mean, it's just the Las Vegas 60 that I'm playing right now. Are there situations where you boss a Clops and force a pop? I don't really think so. I personally don't like it. Yeah, I personally don't like that play. Of course, Paul. Okay, Nupper there. He is definitely ahead now because of attachments. He has 5 attachments versus my 1. So how do I come back from this deficit? Well, first of all, I need a Pult. If Pult is in my hand, that'll be really good. This is fine, though. I can start attaching energies now. Another boss doesn't really matter. Just chill. I think based on what he's doing, he's also trying to find boss plus Pult. If he tries to KO with Pult and Dusclops, I'm like kind of fine with that. Because I'll have Dusknoir, and then we can really do some stuff there from then on. Let's see what he does, though. Does he start rushing? I don't think it's correct for him to rush, but we'll see. Whoever is the most patient wins this game. Okay, they boss now. They have Pult. Okay. And then they pop Dragon Headbutt. Interesting. That's a really interesting play. I should quite like that play. No, I actually don't like that play at all, now that I think about it. Because now I can... Why would they do that? This is weird. Do I be greedy now? Like, this is like actually kind of weird. Maybe he priced Dragapult. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna get maximum value out of this then. I was hoping to get a Noir Pult here. I didn't get it though. No, I swear I didn't price Dragapult. I checked. I swear. Okay, my plan kind of hinges on them, or on me getting Pult, I guess. So I'm gonna do this. This is awkward. I'm down to go even prizes, I guess. Or do I threaten Dusclops? No, but they threaten Dusknoir. Ah, this sucks. I hate being in this position. This is just awkward. It's awkward all around. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna pop Dusclops onto Dracloak. I was thinking about Hawlucha, but I think Hawlucha's really bad for me to put down. So I'm gonna put Duskull down, and then pop here. And then it's interesting because like I need like a couple more pieces once they Monkey Dory Mind Bend. So that's the annoying part, which is why I don't want to walk into this, because I do the exact same thing the opposite way. So I'm aware of like what they're capable of, you know. So I have to. Definitely Ionoing here. I'm just really thinking. Did one of my Night Stretchers go? No. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this. And I think I'm actually gonna KO Badoo here, contrary to what I was saying earlier. And the reason why is because if they go Blood Moon, Dusknoir, knock out my Dragapult, I can just do the same back. I'm not gonna give them damage to play around with. I think the most dangerous damage right now is on the Fez, in case if there's a Candy online. I don't want them to Badoo me. But I don't want them to Badoo me either, though. So I will be KOing Badoo here. And then, as for the other damage, I'm down to just spread 1/1 here. Because then, like, it gives me, like, a Monkey plus Hawlucha out later. I think I'm fine with this. Because if they go Blood Moon here with, like, no Dracloaks, what happens? Like, even if they Mind Bend here, like, I think it's fine. Trying to brain that way. Curse Blast, sure. Was that a good play? Actually, don't think that was a great play, but we'll see if it pays off. Because I'm just going to go back into Badoo. Yeah. I'll have to flip now, or I can use energy to get there. Countercatcher, probably that, sure. I don't know. Do they go Blood Moon? That'd be interesting. Okay. They did KO. How do I win from here? Or how do I not lose, I guess, is the better question here. So I flipped the script. Yeah. Fez is quite annoying because they can just... they can actually do quite a bit. I guess the catch-22 now is that if I swing here, they need Pult, Boss, and something else. So that I don't get trapped again, I think I'm just down to put Latios like this and then go from here. They need Pult, Energy, Gust, and do they have all that? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is the odds better to go back into Badoo because I have given that I have Boss's orders, but they have odds to Iono. Their compatible energy isn't there. It's annoying. I actually think it might just be better for me to swing instead, because I'm not really buying turns here. There's no win condition in the coming turns. So I might as well just swing. Weird. I know I've been preaching like patience, but I think this is a weird spot where patience really doesn't get me anywhere. I think them having the Monkey Dory down is like more threatening. But maybe I'm overestimating how hard it is to get it under item lock. Maybe now I'm like regretting it. Now I'm feeling the regret, the tinge of regret, because I actually think it's better for me to go back into Badoo. Because Dracula is clearly the bigger problem here. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he got it from this. Yeah, there's like so many outs now that I gave him Badoo. He needs 4 cards though. Out of 7, he needs 4 of them. And yeah. Well, then again, if I didn't kill the monkey, then this would be like a weird situation too, right? No attacks here, sure. Do I just mind bend him? I'm actually very down to mind bend him in this position. Is that crazy for me to mind bend him in this position? It's coin flippy. It's very coin flippy to do that. Ooh, that's so weird. Let's think about this for a sec. If I mind bend him, no matter what he does, he's perpetually confused, right? But then I need 2 turns to set up, is the issue. Because what? He has like... You know... Let me clear out my deck. I think that will give me some peace of mind. At least for the current few next turns. Oh, I'm gonna be fuming, dude. I'm gonna be fuming if it doesn't work out. Weird games, indeed. I'm just gonna move the 10 damage anyway on from this onto this. Oh, I think that was a mistake, actually. I'm like slowly regretting that. Wow. I needed to keep the 10 damage in case if he puts down a Dreepy. And then... So scary. Maybe it was correct to mind bend, but I don't know. No, I think on top of that, just having the 50-50 chance of hitting is like annoying because he could just switch out. But what would he switch out? Oh, Blood Moon. He would switch out to Blood Moon, yeah. Alright, he needs exactly Energy Hawlucha Gust. Yeah, I mean, it's just really hard for him to hit all that. Nice. I still don't feel like... I mean, there was a lot of intricacies of that one. That was a really long and grindy game, honestly. I actually don't know what was the correct play there. Because... Okay, the Mind Bend play was definitely not correct. Let's get that clear. But I wonder if going into Bidoof there was better. In the odds that they don't have Dragapult up. Because it's harder for them to get Dragapult. I'm like more worried about Pult than... No, guys, wait. So, sorry, there was a board state where Monkey Dory was in the active and then Dracloak was in the back. If I waited patiently and then I decided to swing when I had boss's orders on the Dracloak, the issue is the damage will be gone, like the damage will be on Monkey Dory, which means that they can Blood Moon KO one of my 2-prizers and then move 30 damage onto my Bidoof with the damage I put on that I'm forced to put on Monkey Dory, mind you. So I actually think rushing there was correct. Now for maybe a slight modification I could have made was maybe I should have attached an energy onto Pult in the hopes that I can Mind Bend a turn after. But that's also pretty wishful thinking because if they had Counter Catcher, they can just gust up my Dracloak and then stall that way as well. So, I don't know. But I'm not really missing the third stretcher. Maybe I shouldn't have benched the Latias. I mean, what does it matter? Opens up getting Ghost again. The reason I put down Latias is so I don't get trapped. Obviously the Ghost was good. And, I lose to Gust anyway. But I thought that trapping was a big problem with that board state. Given that I only had 2 Stretcher, and they had 2 CC, or probably 3 CC at that moment, also. So I thought trapping there was, annoying. So that's why I decided to put Latias and then put an energy on the Dracloak. And we don't know his hand either. I mean, if he did have a Counter Catcher, I mean, things could have been different, right? No, Gumi, please play again. I love the mirror. The mirrors are so fun. Those games were way more intricate than most, though, I will say. Yeah. Probably have to go in 30 minutes. I have to make sure that I'm not going anywhere. But also the queue times up on like the late 1800s is just so annoying. I wish like the queue times would just be a lot less. With Pokepack coming, I think it's worth getting 3 Jam, 3 Night Stretcher, and dropping the Nest Research and Ultra. I mean, undecided. I'm gonna have to test that out post Seattle. I think I do, like, it's definitely gonna be 2 to 4 pads though, for sure. Like, pads will definitely be hitting the Poltnor deck. Research I've been growing fond of, but I think with pads, I think it helps more. A lot of consistency in our deck, but then we're like prone to item lock. Alt account? Yeah, maybe. I do not have one. I just be playing with this deck, like this account. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna try the Paul Dragon list again. For some reason, whenever I'm on queue times and then I switch to a new deck, maybe it's just me being dumb, but I swear when I switch to a different deck other than Poltnor, I get my queue time just goes by super quickly. But surely there's other players up here, man. Like, I don't know why it's taking this long. It's fine. I'm just gonna go back to Poltnor. I'll play that list later. A different day. The list is very fun though. I don't know if it's that good. It's really high rolly, honestly. But I also don't play candies or anything in that list. You think Hilda's worse with pad? I kind of disagree with that. I think Hilda's like your one way of getting Neo Upper consistently, and getting Monkey Dory, especially under item lock. I actually disagree with you. I think Hilda will still be in the deck. Lego Star Luke. Okay, cool. Finally got some person. I'm gonna start at 2 price, aren't I? You know, I just had the feeling that I was gonna do this. That's weird. If it was Latias, I'd be down to start, but I don't know what they're running. Maybe it was just Fez, I don't know. I might bite my words for this one, especially since my hand is kind of not good, actually. Okay, what monkey deck are they playing? Okay. Well, I'm very, very happy I decided not to put down Fez. I'm gonna save the jamming tower. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna grab Nest Ball. Badoo I'm not gonna put down because I need energy and I can't really afford to put energy down there. So I'm gonna grab double GB because I do have a Dragapult in hand. And then, wait, no, I prized 2 energy. Unfortunate. I priced Dusclops too. I agree, Salamence. I'd only do it if I had Badoo, or if I had Badoo down, but I will forego that. And I'm gonna save the jamming tower. This is the 3rd jamming tower, by the way. This would either be jamming tower or Night Stretcher, or like, yeah, from the list variations that I've been publicly talking about. I'm cooked. They did get rid of a TM Evo. They're gonna start swinging? That's interesting. I don't agree with that play at all. I actually really disagree with this play. I don't think that's that good of a play for them. I think they win 9 times out of 10 if they just play patiently. But, you know, I'll have to teach that lesson if I beat them. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna sacrifice the Dreepy and then promote the cloak here. Sorry, I'm gonna power up the cloak in the back, is what I meant to say. Weird, weird, weird. Do I want to get basics down? Yeah, I think I need basics, actually. As much as I need the Pult, I just don't think I'm gonna get it there. Oh, let's just stall. No, third tower is never needed per se. It's just really good into Grim, Guardy, Dengo, and Absol, which is why I decided to do it. Or which is why I decided to put it in my deck. If this was Night Stretcher, I mean, nothing would have changed. Maybe I would have grabbed Fez, but eh. It's alright. Okay, I successfully stalled a turn, though, which is really good. Iona here is awesome. I'm gonna keep the Latios in hand actually because there's an argument to be made to pivoting with Latios, but I'm just gonna keep it in my hand for now. And then I definitely will be bumping the Spike Myth because I wanna stop Morgrim from going around. This has turned out to be pretty nice though. The odds of boss's orders is very slim. Is it worth it for me to... I'm gonna split energies actually. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm actually in a pretty good position here. End my turn. I'm actually in a pretty good position. Okay. Third Spike Myth, that's fine. Frostlass, that's also fine. Iono, sure. No, I don't think I should attach to active. Because I want to chain between pults. So the best way to do that is spreading energy around. Energy, please. Energy, pretty please. Is this energy? I forgot. Did anything get knocked out? No. Dusknor though. Yeah, I need this actually. And then I'm gonna keep my deck ordered. There's nothing in the bottom that I needed. There will be double Grim because I wasn't able to bump Spike Myth. So is the play to knock out more Grims? 60, 80, 140. No. That'll get knocked out. Wait. There will be a total of 110 damage on this going into the turn. I'm gonna KO Monkey. There will be double Grim Snarl, so I think this play is just straight up safer. Yeah, I don't think I should have attached to active. I think I already answered this. Yeah, my bad. Wait, did some text get deleted? I swear there was more. Oh, I see. Do you think it was worth it to bench Monkey Dory, or would it just become a liability? It was undecided. I don't think, like... I think Monkey Dory might have been a liability, because I have this board state of, like... They have to take 5 prizes on me between the Dragapults, if that makes sense. They have to hit through a lot, is what I'm getting at. And I think if I put down Monkey Dory here, it would have been a huge liability. So I'm very, very glad I decided not to do that. I have to Curse Blast now, though. Is it worth spreading the damage around? 140, 170, 180. No matter what they retreat into, it's really bad for them. It's just better to take a knockout here. Strange. I actually don't know the answer to that. I'm just gonna spread it around and not take knockout. I think that was my gut feeling. Maybe it was wrong. Honestly, in hindsight, it probably was wrong, but... live and you learn. I want them to take knockout here, though. If they take knockout here, that's really good for me because I can use Fez, Iono, like whatever. Yeah, I'm very cool with them taking knockout. Arvin for what? He probably needs another, like, he needs to reestablish Monkey here. Based on the fact that he put 3 energy on this, that means that Monkey Dory E-switch. There's an E-switch in this deck. Yeah. Devo is unfortunate, but it's fine. Uh-oh. That's not good. Maybe I should have taken knockout. I think my path to victory would have been a lot better. If I KO'd there, then I would have just won the game this turn. So that's my bad. I think I should have just not get too cute with it and just take KO instead. But the nice thing is I can definitely right my wrongs here. I mean, I still have boss's orders. And I have Monkey Dory now. Now Fez would be fine. Fez and Dippity's like completely fine here. I'm gonna Zon for this in the hopes that I get boss or CC the turns after. It was better to KO active. That was my mistake. But they have Devo in hand. Okay. I don't want to use a CC because I'm never going to go down on prizes. Nope, I heal it out of range. No need for Iona, I'm pretty sure. Even with misplays, man, this matchup is fine. Here's my third jamming. They need boss plus monkey plus another thing. Was Stretcher for Halucha game there? Omega Scissor, you're completely right. I missed that. Thanks for the point out. I definitely was Halucha there. I was too focused on getting out of Monkey Dory range that I didn't even realize that. Sorry for the misplay there. Yeah, I mean, I think the game is just over because of this misplay. Oh. No, but I should not be missing that stuff. You're right. I think Monkey Dory onto that was correct. I also think taking KO on Grimsnarl was also equally correct. But we get there anyway. I just left them with too many outs. I keep forgetting that Halucha is like a option there because they had 220 post Frostlass, so then if I move damage and then gusted up another Pokemon, it would be there. Oh, maybe I can hit 1900 on stream. That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully play the same person. He was playing Grim pretty well. But you see, no panic there. I mean, like, they set up Grimmsnarl, they, like, started attacking super early for some reason. I didn't think they needed to. And then, you know, I clawed my way back out of that game. It's as simple as that. The matchup is not that hard. I think the matchup percentage that I've been seeing on PokeHive, which is, like, you have a 35% win rate against Grimmsnarl, there's no way. Like, I'm not delusional enough to think that, Grimmsnarl could be an unfavored matchup. I think it's like 50-50 or 45. I'm not saying that it's a good matchup, but I just don't think it's super unfavored like that, you know? If they evoed into double Frostlass, it seems quite tough for you. If I evo my Pulse, then it's bad for them. It just depends. Like, double Frostlass in the beginning is really bad for me. Oh, that sucks for them. All right, now this is... I don't know if I have to tell you guys this, but this is definitely a doable game. I also think I should have saved the jamming. That was like, I got too excited. That was a misplay on my part, actually. Let's see what I prized. I prized it. No, I didn't press that. I had it on board. And then Dracloak prized. Dragapult prized. What's your opinion on the Totenpult? I don't like it that much. I think it's 2 cards for Dengo that I feel like I'm already fine into. But you should try it out. I think it's still really good into Dengo. I just wouldn't play it in my deck, personally. Maybe I should have used Ultra Ball for Badoo. There's like 2 outs for Badoo in the form of Artisan plus and Badoo itself, but I don't know. Okay, well, I'm happy that I didn't use Ultra Ball then. But yeah, Igor, I think that Totenpult is not as good as I want it to be. That's bad if they have a Frostlass up, but hopefully they don't. Okay, good. Itchy Pollen. Nice. I don't want to shuffle my deck. I think the cards in the bat are pretty bad. Well, how bad can it be now? I'll put a Duskull down, and then I'm gonna use Stretcher. No, I played 2 Stretcher now. It's like, it's kind of risky to go Stretcher here. Okay, I get it anyway, so we'll see what happens. Triple jamming though. I'm gonna bump the Spike Myth, and then they're really gonna no pain here. I need to grab Fez. There's no reason to get CC. I'm playing on autopilot, dude. I need a chill here. I definitely need a chill. Okay, they just have the Morgrim like that. The monkeys are quite scary, actually, so I need to really think about what I should be doing here. Frostlass is also equally scary. I mean, every time I put a jamming tower down, they just have the Spike Myth, man. Well, now I have to consider, is it better for me to KO Monkey Dories or Morgrims in this position? And to be honest, I'm not sure. Are you talking to me, Salamence? Or them having Spike Myth? Let's draw some cards. Okay, just making sure. That is a solid turn for sure. I intend to dismantle it though. Okay, the odds are pretty high for them to get Devo, and then that's really bad for me. So I actually will not KO the Morgrims. I'll be KOing the monkeys instead. It's actually very easy for them to get Devo, and then my plan is like very bad, like very cooked from there. So I will be Curse Blasting the monkey instead. What's up, Colin? How you doing? Good seeing you, man. I wonder if Jordan Nell is still on the in chat. Maybe he can tell me if this is a good play or a bad play, considering he's like very good with the Grimmsnarl. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down to just dump it here. It's fine. I don't know if you looked at Ascended Heroes, but we played at locals, and the Zoro matchup hurts my brain even more with Sekron Defiance. Yeah, there's a lot you have to play around now with that matchup. It definitely will be slightly worse for us, but we can definitely prevail, you know? Yeah, I mean, they had Arvin's Secret Box, so that was just so bad for me. If I swung double Morgrim, they could Devo me, and then they have this Monkey Dory setup that's really bad. So what they would do is that they would have triple Monkey Dory, and then they can Devo my board, and then they just basically gatekeep. So it's really bad. Maybe I had to play patient, honestly. No, but they had double monkey setup. I don't think I should have played patient. The more patient I am with this matchup, the more damage they put on my board. I think that's just an incorrect statement for that, yeah. And they put double monkey down. That's so bad for me. But they're going to KO the Dusclops because that's the biggest threat, I'm pretty sure, from their board perspective. E-switch, checks out. So actually, I was the fool and gave damage for no reason. I needed to maybe spread 20 on Frostlass instead. So that's my fault. I will be punished for that. Also, triple gemming did nothing, considering he always had a counter stadium every time. Even last game, he just had counter stadiums. So, unfortunate. Do I have monkey in discard? No. Well, this is really bad. This is terrible. What can I even do? Is Fez even the right play here, considering how valuable Monkey Dory is? Having a hard time debating that right now. It's like my board state's so bad with this weird setup. I always get this, man. Okay, I've decided that I'm gonna put down Fez here. And I'm gonna Iono. Oh, I'm so stupid. Wow, he took damage like post. Wow, that was so dumb. I got it anyway, but that was like really, really, really dumb. Yeah, never punished, obviously, but that was like really frustrating. That should not be happening normally. Playing like a bot, dude. Wow. But we'll get there. Hey, you know what? Fez is just Iono proofing here, right? Like, sure. Like they're gonna KO this Dragapult, and like you know what, that Fez is gonna come in clutch for me, you know. Counter catcher was at the bottom, so I do need to shuffle here. Oh no, I used that. Sure, never mind. Ordering is normal. Weird position they put themselves in right now. I mean, if they get double monkey, that's annoying, but. Oh my god, you know what the other misplay I made was? Healing off this Dragapult was a mistake. Because if they're smart, they don't give me 30 damage counters to win the game next turn. Oh, I'm playing like a bot, dude. Oh, no, wait. I needed to heal off this in case of Devo. Never mind. Wait, guys. I realized. My bad. So, what I was worried about was if he's smart. Okay, so he's going to boss the Fez up. Or monkey, sure. How many Luminous are in my discard? Okay, none. Sure. Okay. I don't think they had enough dark energy, or else they would definitely have Grimmsnarled there, right? Halucha's enough for me, I'm pretty sure. Halucha's more than enough, actually. Well, I'm gonna Lilies here, right? Because 90 here, and then 100. Sorry, yeah, that's game. I just want to draw cards anyway, like, just in case I missed something. Wait, I shouldn't be. It's not BMing. I should actually just end the game here. I for one am very happy that I decided not to go for double Morgrim. I think the monkeys were just way more problematic. And this was like a case in point game of it. But from Lego Star Luke's POV, I think that me getting an energy is a lot harder than me getting an out to Halucha. But I actually disagree with that. I don't think he realized that Halucha was a play. It's weird because Monkey was like the Halucha substitute. But if he gusted up Fez and then hit into that, I think that was just genuinely better. Yeah, and then the game's over. Nice. I think I played well. Just going for monkeys always gives me more options. All right, let's see that Crispal 1900. $18.97. Yeah, one more. Especially if it's Grimmsnarl. Like I've been wanting to get some more VODs out there, or like a VOD review out there for Grimmsnarl. A couple of my members have been talking about like what do I do against the Grimmsnarl matchup, and I think the 2 games that I played before is like good to like showcase, I guess. Can y'all see chat, by the way? I think, hopefully it works. I am running late. 1900 would be sick though. Okay, perfect. I'm glad people can see chat now. What's up, Donald? How you doing? What's up, Harsha? Yeah, the last game would be a great VOD. If you killed double Morgrim, you probably just get gatekept out of getting a pull for the rest of the game. But a lot of people would make that play, yeah. I mean, also the Grimsnarl player was pretty good. I mean, like, he was doing everything correctly except at the very end for going for Monkey Dory instead of Fez. I don't think you realize how Lucha would get me there. But I also played pretty bad in one of the games, too. I don't know. To see. The nice thing about streaming is that there's not a lot of post-edit things I need to do. I can just give you these games like as is, but maybe for people that don't want to sift through some of the stream games, I should definitely start posting more on my YouTube channel. If you guys have like random games that you noted down that was like really cool, that you felt like, oh wow, that was an interesting game, let me know so I can maybe make a video out of it for the community, you know? It's very interesting that Guardy has a very similar game plan against Grim. You think you would supposed to target the Morgrim, but you target the monkeys usually? Yeah. Monkey is the most broken card in the format, so getting rid of the most broken card in the format means that you probably win. If they keep stacking up monkey doors, it's really bad for us. Oh, dude, I don't want to sleep, bro. This is taking forever. I think a lot of people quit the ladder before EOIC so they don't like leak their list, I guess. You're running late for something and then you're in queue. So Donald, I do like I should probably go to this like I'm making dinner with a couple of friends, but I think they understand if I reach 1900 on stream. That would be pretty cool. That'd be a nice little ending to the stream for sure. The meta is quite messed up. I agree with you. Mega Absol is gonna be up there for sure. Is everything working? Sorry, I just want to check something real quick. I also am curious how many subscribers I have. Nice, okay. 874, not bad, not bad. If you guys are new to this, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links down below. All the good old stuff, but yeah, I mean, this pult list with triple jamming, the triple jamming did nothing in this matchup, to be fair. Like, they just always got the stadium bump. So now I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's not for Grimsnarl. It's mostly meant for Absol and Guardy and Dengo. But that dude always had my every single time I put I put the stadium down 5 times between 2 games, and they bumped it every single time, like immediately, which is crazy. E-Switch is dangerous though. I mean, like, they were able to spawn double monkey there. It would have been quite bad. But the good news is they didn't have enough energy in deck to power up a Grimmsnarl, which makes sense. I gotta upgrade my camera and lighting. Yeah, I need to start taking streaming a little bit more seriously. I mean, all of this is on a MacBook. The mic is on a MacBook. The camera's on a MacBook. Like, I definitely need to up my stream game a little bit more. I might just get some like TikTok shop stuff, I guess. For the mic though, if Harsha's still here, yo, let me know if you found that mic. I'm very excited to try the mic out. I definitely will be spending more on the quality of the stream though. I'm on a MacBook, yeah. Yo, thank you, Harsha. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just chilling on a MacBook, dude. I was never a big gamer, so I never had like a PC or like anything like that. Just get a Shure MV7. I'm gonna note that down. I'm gonna look into it. Yeah, I'm playing on the MacBook. I just have another monitor, like another monitor I got from work, and then just put it up there. Very jank setup. I've never had a PC before, but I guess I would never get a PC for Pokemon TCG, but it'd be cool to play like a lot of random games that I will inevitably play on a better PC. Because my ping was like so bad whenever I play on my MacBook. I'll play like I'll sometimes play Minecraft on this MacBook, and then like the RAM is just cooked, man. Like it can't even run Minecraft properly sometimes. Yeah, Eric, I play on a MacBook. But I noted down the either a mic or camera, but I appreciate it, Donald. Some Grims are on 5 Stadium. What are they doing, bro? 5 Stadium is crazy. Thankfully, Grim is not a good deck. I mean, it did pretty bad in this regional, or in this at EUIC. Dude, sometimes I'll be watching streams again and I'll be like, wow, I can't believe I sound this quiet playing Pokemon and people are still watching. Like, I am very appreciative of you guys watching the stream with like such a bad setup. I'm hoping that the gameplay makes up for it, because these Pult games are pretty interesting in general. But I think in the next 2 minutes, if I don't get into a game, I think I'm just gonna fade and just go to dinner. I don't want to be a bad guest, you know. I have to start cooking a little bit. But yeah, Grim is a bad deck because it did bad at EUIC, unlike Pult, right? Hey, you know, like I know what Pult is capable of. Pult can draw cards and take a lot of knockouts, so it's a good deck. It also did bad at EUIC though, admittedly. Hopefully that means that people will take their Pult techs out of their deck. Who knows? Maybe Lily's Clefairy is not a norm in Guardy anymore, which would be crazy. I don't think that's true, but a man can dream. Shout out EUIC for being the catalyst of me winning Seattle, if that's the case. I mean, like, if I was playing like any other deck and I see the I guess the matchup spread for Pult, I'd be like, oh, Pult is not a real deck anymore. But I don't know. Yeah, draw engine versus no draw engine. I agree, Eternal. Goodness. No, I wanted to play a game. I'm pretty underwhelmed with triple jamming though for this stream. I think I mean, I didn't hit like Guardy as often, but I think the third stretcher is just more resourceful than the third jamming. This deck list is so good, dude. I need to find like innovation. But it's so hard when the original deck is already so good. Maybe there's a way. Maybe it's double Toro. Who knows? Double Toro. Double Turo. What does Double Turo achieve? Nothing much. I mean, it helps into Absol for sure, but it helps into Mirror, but Mirror is like never a problem for me. Retreat Lock. I don't know. It's alright, I guess. Third jamming is also worse because I expect Jelly to increase in play rate over non-Jelly. Well, I don't know about that one, dude. I think Straight Gardevoir will be good. I originally thought that the Jelly cycle was there, but Mega Absol being very good for this tournament, yeah, I think Mega Absol would be good. Like, I think you need to play Straight Guardy if you want to have a chance against Mega Absol. And then if Donzard is getting more popular because Pult is going down, I think Straight Gardevoir would have to get back into the swing of things. I think Donzard is unironically a really good play for Seattle. I was telling my members about that. I think Donzard is like... I think if Pult goes down, Donzard is really good because that's the only bad matchup it generally has. Unless if Watchtower is there, but yeah. Well, I think this has been way too long for me to be on cue. So I gave it one last chance. It's fine. Yeah, anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna be making some dinner with some friends. So but the next time I'll be streaming is, I don't know. It'll be hard to find some free time. This weekend I'm going on a ski trip, and then Seattle's the week after. So I mean, I'll let you know on Twitter if I'm streaming, but you know, the best way to find out if I'm streaming is to make sure to like and subscribe. So if y'all got that, then you can definitely get on stream. You can definitely catch my stream on time. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys around. Peace.